Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 2, week 32, ending November 22nd, 2019. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm on a mission to become a great growth stock investor. Watch me on my journey, learn from my mistakes, and celebrate my successes. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is still in a confirmed uptrend. It's been in this uptrend over a month since October 15th. The S&P 500 index looks great. It has crossed above that 3,000 mark and stayed above it for many weeks. It closed this week at 3,110, which is down 10 points from last week. So it's basically flat for the week, but it did close at its 8-day simple moving average. The red diagonal line, the 50-day simple moving average, is in an uptrend. It's going up, and this looks good to me. The Russell 2000 is still struggling. This deals with smaller cap stocks. It's having a hard time closing above that 1,600 mark. Over the last 3 weeks, it did cross that mark many times, but it didn't ever close above it. The 13-day and the 8-day, the pink and the green moving averages are starting to trend down slightly. And the volatility index, it's been in the 12 to 14 range all week. I like to see this one between 12 and 16, so this is right where I want it to be. Here's my plan from last week. I wanted to make a buy, and before I could do that, I had to do a sell. So I did sell UTX. I made $63 in that stock that I held for just about 2 weeks. And then I purchased GPN, which has since gone down. You'll see. This is UTX, United Technologies Corporation. I sold this week so I could buy GPN. The day I sold it has that black dot on it at that red line. And I did make a small profit on this, $62, 0.6% gain in just about 2 weeks. GPN, this is the stock that I bought, Global Payments. It did go down after I bought it, but it still closed the week at its 8-day simple moving average, that pink diagonal line. I got this stock idea from the Big Cap. It was number 10 on the Big Cap 20 list. It was in the pivot according to Market Smith, and it had a nice composite rating and relative strength. The white diagonal line is the 200-day simple moving average, and that is in an uptrend, as is the 8, the 13-day, and the 28-day, the pink, the green, and the blue. And the 50-day should start to follow that and should start to get more of a accelerating uptrend angle. Right now it's pretty flat. Here's the bar chart showing the $10,000 purchase in each of the stocks that I own. Right in the middle there in the purple is the GPN. At a quick glance, I can see that CZZ in the brown is my most profitable stock. I've made the most money in that stock, but AMD is quickly coming up, as is eHealth in the yellow in the middle. Each bar represents 1 week, so you can see CDW I've held for 10 weeks. And right next to it, Copar in the teal color, I've only held for 5 weeks. In addition to comparing the $10,000 B1 purchase in each of the stocks, I also look at the stock charts, and then I rank them in order of weakest to strongest. This is the actual charts, and I'll go through those charts in that order now. Rexford Individual Realty, this is my weakest stock. It's close to triggering the floor. I might sell it anyway just so I can buy something else, a better performing stock. I've held this for just over 4 weeks and it's down about 2.5%. Teradyne. This stock has been taking me on a bumpy ride. It was down 7% this week, and the week before it was up 5%. New Oriental Education and Technology, stock symbol EDU. I've held this stock for just over 6 weeks and it's up about 5%. The last 5 weeks, it's been pretty much going flat. I had a gain at the beginning, and then it's been going sideways. I still haven't raised my floor up to that 50-day. I pretty much just left all my floors where I had them set last week. AMD. This stock is performing well, even though the last 3 days were down days. It's still up for the week. I've held this stock. I have two buys in it. I held one buy for 3 weeks and it's up 10%. And my other buy I've held just under 3 weeks and it's up about 6%. I did think about raising my floor to the blue line, the 28-day exponential moving average, but I decided to leave it where it was because China news has been impacting the market lately, and this stock's doing okay. The closes haven't been at the bottom of the range. They've been sort of in the middle of the range the last 3 days. So hopefully that news will, everyone will forget it eventually, and the stock will continue on its uptrend. CDW Corporation, I also left my floor on this one. This stock also had 3 down days and closed right at that 8-day pink line, the 8-day simple moving average. I have 2 buys in this stock also. One I've held just over 9 weeks and it's up 11.5%. And the other one I've held just under 3 weeks and it's up 2.5%. Cosan Limited, stock symbol CZZ. I have 3 buys in this stock. One I've held for 6.5 weeks and it's up 14.7%. One I've held just under 6 weeks and it's up 7.7%. And the third buy I've held just about 5 weeks and it's up 5%. I like this chart because the 8-day simple moving average, the pink line, has a nice uptrend and it's going to cross above that 13-day. So it's starting to make a new run. Copart, stock symbol CPRT. This stock had earnings on Thursday and there was a nice response to earnings. It did close towards the bottom of the range that day though, which is how all my earnings have been going for my stocks this earnings season. But the next day it did come back and it closed right about in the middle of that range from the day before. So I've held this stock for 5 weeks and it's up 6.8%. Lululemon Athletica, stock symbol LULU. I've held this stock for just about 6 weeks and it's up just about 8%. Coming into this week, it had 8 up days in a row, and then this week it had 3 up days and 2 down days, and it was up about 2% for the week. It also closed above its 8-day simple moving average. eHealth, stock symbol EHTH. This stock is screaming. It's my big winner for the week. I've held it for 2.5 weeks and it's up 10%, which is great. My experiment's been going on for 1 year and 32 weeks, and I'm up 32% versus the S&P 500 is up 17% for the same time period. I also like to look at where I've made or lost money this week based on last week. The one stock I sold went down $21 since last week. My new purchase also went down $117, and then I had gains from my existing holdings, $512. I look at the weekly percentage change for the week and I sort this in order of the losers on the top and the winners on the bottom. So Teradyne was my big loser this week. It was down 7%, which is crazy. And EDU and Rexer lost almost 2% each, and GPN, my new purchase, lost over 1%. So I have 5 losers this week and then I had 5 winners. eHealth down on the bottom was the big winner this week with a 4.5% gain. My current dollar gain in each of my stocks, this is based on my B1 $10,000 purchase. I sort this again with the losers on the top. So I have 2 losing stocks, Rexer and GPN. And then I have 4 stocks that I have over $1,000 gain in, eHealth and AMD, which I've only held for 3 weeks each. And then CDW and Cosan I've held for much longer and also have over $1,000 gain in those. Down at the bottom, you can see the data for November 22nd. The S&P 500 over on the left-hand side, it went down 0.33% from last week. And then my portfolio went up 0.28% from last week. So year-to-date, S&P is beating me 25% versus my 17%. And since I started my experiment on April 13, 2018, the S&P is up 17% and Melissa's up 32%. The industry breakdown is showing the diversity in my portfolio. I have 2 stocks in the chip sector, and AMD, I have 2 purchases in that. So the pink one on the left-hand side on the top, that's my heaviest concentration of money. And then down below it in the brown, Cosan is my second highest concentration in an industry, and I have 3 buys in that stock. Then comes retail in the orange and the business services in the blue. And then it continues around insurance, consumer finance, and real estate with my lowest holding. My cash balance on November 22nd is $2,852. Not enough to do anything with. I'm likely to sell Rexer, Teradyne, and EDU. And I'd like to do an add-on buy to AMD and eHealth. Plus, my watch list has lots of good ideas. I reviewed my watch list with my girlfriend Robin this week, and I put her comments next to the stocks I liked. The ones that are in green are ones that I'm most excited about purchasing in the upcoming week. So hopefully I'll be able to get in a couple of those. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.